Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today we take a look at the Redmi Note 10. This is a Xiaomi device, and this is going to be really nice, I suppose, because I've reviewed plenty of Redmi devices, Note devices, and this one shouldn't be an exception. So between 200 and 220, 30 bucks, you can get a 128 gig model like this with 4 gigs of RAM. This is a 220 at the recording of this video, and that's really good. It has Snapdragon 678, so the 600 series is trying to make somewhat of a comeback, but we shall see how this works out. 5,000 milliamp hour battery inside this bad boy, fast charging at 33 watts, 50% in 25 minutes, 100% in 74 minutes. That's interesting. Comes in 3 colors: shadow black or onyx gray, frost white or pebble white, or aqua green or lake green, and that depends on your region. So this is the pebble white version because this is the global version. Now this phone has stereo speakers, a 13 megapixel front shooter, which is a wide angle, which is really nice. It has HDR on the front and the rear, so that's great. 4K recording, obviously. A 48 megapixel f1.8 for the wide angle, and for the main lens, and then you have an ultra wide at f2.2, and then you have a two megapixel shooters, both 2.4 f aperture for macro and depth. So all those specs out of the way, this is the pebble white version. This was just released on March 16th. So at the recording of this video, it is March 18th. So the official release date on this was 2 days ago. Be sure to check the link in the description. Head over to wirelessplace.com to grab yours. Super fast shipping. I think you'll be really happy when you deal with them. Phones that don't have a US plug in the box, they give you a free adapter in the box. They give you one of these for your region. So if you're in the US and you need a US plug, they'll give you one for your region. So this is the box that it comes in. Pretty simple, just like Xiaomi does. And it lets you know right here on the top, right here, same thing I just reiterated, basically an AMOLED 6.43 inch display, which is absolutely beautiful. I know it's going to be. This is a nice size phone too. I like how this feels. It's a good size. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a big phone, but oh, that pearl white is all that I thought it would be. I knew it would. Let's get this ugly sticker off the back. Now folks, that is a beautiful phone. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is beautiful. So this is my affordable way to get into what I would consider as close to the Mi 11 as possible. The Mi 11 is one of their higher end or higher processor, higher tiered ones, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to get good camera footage and good performance as well, and this is like less than a third of the price of that. Now, no knock on people who bought the Mi 11 or the going to buy the Mi 11 Pro. This is in the same family, and this color is so beautiful. It's like a pearl white, if you will. Oof, it's beautiful, beautiful. So just looking at the hardware real quick, you got like a brushed metal along here, but then it's shiny around this portion, and it follows that brushed system all the way around. So you can see you got a set of speakers there, and speaker here, speaker hole there. So you have an IR blaster and a mic up top, and then you have your headphone jack and a mic and Type-C on the bottom. Folks, this is a beautiful feeling device. You got that front camera cut out right there, and we're going to look at a lot of things on this phone, so you rest assured we're going to get it in. And this is not just a AMOLED display, this is a Super AMOLED display, and I think that's really nice. It does have Gorilla Glass 3, comes with MIUI 12, which is Android 11. And when you think about the pricing on some of these, tons of phones out there don't have this yet. So cracking this open, there'll probably be a case in here, and then obviously there's your SIM tray. Yeah, and here's that little case here. Let's see what it at least looks like. It's worth pulling out here. It's you know, it's that style of case. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but it works. So you got to go. It wraps around the display too, so that's why these are somewhat hard to get in here. So you have to pick a side and then kind of push it onto it. It's kind of one of those things. Once you get it on there, you probably won't. They're expecting you not to take this off too much. Oh man, gosh, that's kind of horrible. At the same time, it's okay. Now, where is the fingerprint reader on this thing? Let's see. The fingerprint reader should be in this side button right here. Yep, right here. It's in the power button. I think that is dope, folks. This is a really, oh man, this phone is beautiful. I'm actually gonna rock with this case on because the case isn't clear. It's actually like a gray or a blue undertone to it, so we'll leave that on there. I never rocked with the cases, but we'll go ahead and do it this time around. So let's get all this put away. And in the box, as you can see here, you've got your fast charger. Now, it is recommended that you actually use the charger that came with it. You can see they have like this little orange branding and it lets you know, hey, this is going to be fire. So you're going to have the fast charger here. It's recommended that you use that. I actually have a much more powerful power bank that I use, that you already know, or charger that I use. I use a much faster one. So that's why I can do super fast charging. So with all that out of the way, wow, this is a beautiful, beautiful phone, folks. This is one that's going to shock you. So just for a quick size comparison, since I got some phones up here, here's the OnePlus Nord next to it, the NT. It's a little shorter. Even with the case on, it's a little shorter. It's about the same in the feel and hand, though. But this white really, and here's the blade. Blade's a little taller, too, because of the way it's built. But this should be interesting. I'm really excited about this, folks. And I'm actually going to use this case. If you look at that camera right there, wow. There we go. Ultra premium, it says. This phone feels really good. It looks good. Going to get it set up here. So you got a power button with a fingerprint reader inside of it. You got your volume rocker. And again, you have all your ports and everything cut out with this case that's made for the phone. So having a headphone jack is great. Your SIM tray is on this side. And 128 gigs should be more than enough. So let's get this all set up. And I will be right back to give you some more. Alright guys, so the device finished booting up and I signed in and everything. So this time I didn't load any applications or anything like that. I just connected to Wi-Fi, and this is the way it's going to come to you out of the box. So what I want to do for the first thing is to see if I can go ahead and change this to a different setting for the icons. And there we go, 5x6. This is what I prefer. And boom, here we are. So this is, if you don't install anything or don't do a restore or do anything, this is the way it's going to come to you. So I want to do it like this so I can show you if there's any bloatware. So we're going to do a deep dive into the settings like we always do, and let's get it on. So I did turn on app drawer. I turn that on, or else all the applications will be on this page here. So let's at this front page here, as you can see, it already has Netflix installed, and that's a thing now. You know, they're just putting certain apps on the devices, and I think that's you know, it's cool and everything, but I would prefer to install what I want. But Netflix is something that I actually use, so I'm not too upset about that. Now you've got the security, the theme, the cleaner, the notes. All these things come on the device like this. If you have ever purchased a Xiaomi device before, you know that sometimes they put these things on the front page. So going into the Google folder, you can see you have everything here, emails and everything, and I'll set this up the way I want later. And on this second page here, you've got a lot of the me things. So already I see a folder here with bloatware, and that folder would be all of this Facebook and all this stuff like this. So we want to remove this app, and it looks like it's just removing it from here. So let's go down into the application bar here and let's get it going from here and uninstall. First thing I always do is uninstall these two applications. I don't want them on the device. Facebook pulls a lot of resources and monitors everything you do just about, and other devices monitor what you do, but those applications really monitor you. Now I see a bunch of games and things on here like blocks, bubbles. Those games are okay. It is considered bloatware to me though, because I wouldn't just install them, you know. So you got Tile Fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this game because I won't ever play that. Something just installed because my application shifted, but you can see at the top I'm doing it's getting everything set up on the device still, so I didn't want to take too long by getting into this. So you can see here you got the Me Remote, the Me Community. I leave those things because those are beneficial to you if you have a Me account, which you probably should if you have a Me device. You can see you got an FM radio right there too, so I think that is just ridiculously good because you have a headphone jack so you can plug it in. And these are your recommended here. Now, if you didn't know, the Xiaomi devices, you can now swipe across and it separates everything for you. So they consider this communication, entertainment, and photography. And you can edit these, obviously. You got your tools. They consider all these to be tools. News and briefings and reads and things like that. Shopping and games. They separate them for you. You can see how you can do this, right? You can turn off app suggestions. You can do background system background. You can change all of these things here. You can do these. I want to get back off of this, though. I want to get back to where the beginning of the settings, though. But ultimately, that is the way the app drawer is set up now. So in MIUI 12, I noticed it was like this. Now, if it was like this in MIUI 11, I didn't notice. But in MIUI 12, I did notice, and I thought that is very cool. So there is an update on the device, too. But we're going to go ahead and jump into settings real quick. But before I get into settings, the tools folder, as you can see, here it is. These are all things. So I'm going to remove all this and set this up the way I want it later on. But let's just go ahead and jump into settings. There's an update for the phone, and there's an update on a lot of the applications. So for going in here, you can see here that it's already on MIUI 12.0.1. And if we go into it, let's see what version it's going up to. So it's going up to 12.0.2. So it's stable. So you can see what's new here. It says updating security patch to February. So that lets you know what that is. So we'll postpone that for later. I love the animations here. As you can see, with nothing on the phone, I've got 20.7 gigs occupied, and I have 128 gigs. So basically 100 gigs left roughly on this phone to do what I want. And it's on the January security patch right now, so that is really good. Yeah, so now let's get off into the phone itself. So you got your Bluetooth there. You can see that's turned off. And let's go into additional settings real quick and just dig deeper. So pair compatible devices, show Bluetooth devices without names, block list, okay, blah, blah, blah. And next you have the always on and lock screen. So we're going to turn on the always on display. And you can have some kind of signature. Always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. You can have that as your signature if you want to, or you can change that. And you got keep calm and carry on. There's just a bunch of different things here you can do. These always on displays are really dope on here. There's a clock in here that I really like. Hopefully it's on this one. I'll just choose this one for now. And you can change the color of it and show how it goes. I think that's pretty dope. And you can go into each one of these and do whatever you want with them. So you can change them like different locations or positions and things like that. So just bear that in mind. The always on display is really nice, and you can turn that on if you want. It'll probably tell you that it'll drain your battery and things like that, but that's how it goes. So you got raise to wake, double tap to turn the screen on and off, which is always a plus. Clock format, you can see here. Now here it is over here. This is what I like right here. Yeah, there we go. So that's the format that I want. Double press for the camera, I don't like that. And that is the lock screen and always on display. And I will be flipping these buttons here because this is where I do it at in here when in the full screen mode. So it's currently on the light mode, but you can go ahead and turn it on dark mode, and dark mode is obviously really great. You can schedule it. You can change the brightness right now. You can do reading mode, schedule. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Brightness, there we go. Brightness right here. It's on auto, and I always leave the devices on auto when I have them. And then you got reading mode. You can turn that on and off. You can schedule it. You got your color scheme. You can do saturated like that, or standard, or you can just have it on auto. They recommend you leave it on auto. If you come down here, you can do custom. You can go down, you can move this around how you want, or you can change the default, leave it a default. So you got your text size. Right now it's on small, but look, it's going to change to large. Look at that. I don't know why they have it as there's no medium. I don't know if that's a glitch in the system, but you've got extra small, extra small, extra small, small, and then large, and then extra large, and then XX large. So I think this is really medium, unless, I don't know, maybe they don't want to use medium for some reason. I don't know. But large is where I'm going to leave it, because you man with the bifocals. And full screen is where you're going to mirror the keys on here. Let me see. Wait, let me go back. Or they might have it under navigation. Oh, that is kind of huge. Let's change that back to small. Normally under full screen, it will be a spot in here where I can flip these buttons around or take it away. But I guess it's going to be under the gestures. So we'll do that. But then you have auto rotate and things like that. So sound and vibration, obviously, you got your calls. You can change all that there. You got your notifications, your alarm, your ringtones, events, anything dealing with the sound in here is going to be in here. So additional settings, you can see tap is off, and you can see why that's off. That's kind of annoying. You got your sound effects and everything. You know, just you got to dig in deep when you're messing with a new phone, and that's why I go in deep like this. I go deep in there. So you've got notification and control center. You can see how it's going to appear here. Your lock screen, your floating notifications, your badges. You can see that. You get to choose what happens to what. You got your control center style. Now this is new. You can see how it's going to look right here. So the new version is like this. And I actually switched to the new version where you drop it on both sides. And I thought that was pretty cool. I found that on the other Xiaomi device, and I was like, whoa, and it actually popped up and said, do you want to use the new version? And I was like, yes. And so I turned it on. And this is where you can show different things here. You know, it's pretty dope. Status bar, show speed. I don't know why I like to have the speed on there. I don't know why I do that. Carrier name, battery percentage on the outside is what I like, and it always defaults like that. Here's where you can hide the cutout at the top up there, but I have a dark wallpaper on there, so really no need to do that. But you can do it, so I think it's pretty dope. And then that's it for that. And then you go into home screen. You can see your system launcher, your defaults, everything there. And here's where they have it now. So I'm going to go ahead and switch on buttons. I don't need to learn. I already know how to do it. And then that's it. It shows you how to do it here. I don't need to take a tutorial. Been using gestures for so long, you know. Yeah. Now here's your home screen layout. Remember, I long pressed on the home screen and got to this really fast because I have to have 5x6 if it's available, because I like to have more across. And that's just a pet peeve of mine. So you got your memory status down there. You can arrange icons to recent. You can pretty much change this how you want. Blur app preview. Yes, we want to do that. Show suggestions, blah, blah, blah. Now you do have custom wallpapers and stuff that are on the phone, and that's just how it is. So you want to go to my page, and then you want to go to wallpapers to get to just the ones that are on the device. And this is a wallpaper for this newer phone, which I think is pretty dope. And then you'll see some of these other ones down here from the other Xiaomi device that I just recently reviewed. So you can see them all here. Yeah. So that's pretty dope. So you can do your live wallpapers too. There are none, so I need to add some. Go and get them from the App Store or whatever. You got your home screen effects. There are none. And you can add those too. And then it says you can check for updates, but I'm in the store right now and I don't want to be in the store, but this is where you will come to theme the device. And next is themes. It takes you right back to the same thing. It takes you back to the store. So it gives you some sense of, hey, this is where I can get things from. You can get a lot of free themes in here. They have premium things, but you can I'd say take the free ones because you'll be more than happy with a free theme from this store. And that's pretty much all I want to go to in the settings. So you do probably have ultra power saving mode down here. As you can see, it'll give you 316 hours left by turning that on. That is a super power saving mode. So let's switch it on and show what it looks like. So it's turning it on. 316 hours is a lot. Now you always want to use this if you're in a situation where you forget your charger. And here's what it is. And you can add icons, things. So you should be able to add 2 more rows here. And it just goes on and on. You can add anything on the phone, you can add it there. So that's how that works. So we'll exit out of that. And we get back in. And so this Snapdragon 768G or 768 is actually doing fairly well. So we go down here from we're in battery. You can see the battery is great. It's saying I have 34 hours left, and I haven't even used this yet, and you're just seeing what I'm seeing. So, and obviously you have a regular power saving mode too if you don't want to limit it that much. But that's pretty much it. I never do a schedule off for my battery, like a reboot or anything like that. Additional settings, obviously here you've got it's region. It picked it up at US because I did that in the morning. I did that in the morning. I mean, I set it at the beginning, and that's it. So time and date, clear speaker. Play 30-second audio to clear. Oh, okay, that's pretty dope. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever. That's probably in other phones, but I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So there's a lot to cover on this phone here, and I think we're going to cover it as much as we can. So let's finish out this video real quick. All right, so closing it out, folks. I will give you camera footage. I will give you the normal basic battery test. I will just run through the review, man. If it's really good, like I had a good experience with the Blade, I'll go ahead and give you an additional 24-hour video. I mean, it's probably going to be really good. Don't get me wrong. Oh, that fingerprint reader is fast. Ooh, I like that fingerprint reader. You just rest your finger on it. Oh, I love that. Beautiful. So I'm going to get this all set up the way I like it. And, you know, I'll get my apps installed. I'll get everything going the way I want it. You know, just doing things to it. And we're gonna get this ball rolling. I'm already getting it going right now because I got to get this train moving, because I really like Xiaomi devices, and I think that if you haven't experienced Xiaomi devices, you're really missing out. There's so much to like about Xiaomi devices. People tend to forget, or they just choose not to acknowledge that there are other devices out there that truly can be taken seriously. And if you just choose not to, that's on you. But most of my things that I use are right here. I don't see my Bible app on the list, but we'll add it. But I'm going to get this all set up, folks. This phone, oh man, I like the way it looks. You know, this is going to be really, really nice to use. And at $219, 128 gigs of storage, wow, what more could I possibly ask for? Ooh, yeah, it's nice. I'm just kind of moving some of these things off because I don't really need to have them on here. But anyway, I'll finish getting this set up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoy the detailed walkthrough. Take care.